All right, so right about now, you're probably thinking, Nesto, what the hell is up with your life? A couple videos ago, you was talking about you went to jail. Then the last video, you were talking about how my marriage ended in divorce. And now you're talking about how you were shot at by 3 different people. 3 different people in 2 different states, and everything is 100% true. If you want to catch the previous videos, they're on the channel, links down below. This is a roller coaster we's about to unpack. Let's go. All right, so it is true. I was actually shot at by 3 different people in 2 different states, and by the grace of God, I am still here. Now, I was born and raised in California. I spent the majority of my young adulthood and adolescence in Modesto, California, which I guess is like the Central Valley. And then right around 97, 98, we moved to Dallas, Texas. But before we moved, we were in that Motown, the West Side Modesto, and right about that time, it was infested by gangs. Now, your boy was never a gang member. I was never affiliated. I just had friends that were in the gang. There was, you could say it was, infested. There was drive-bys. I known a couple people. I think I known like 1 or 2 that got shot. I never carried a gun. Let me take that back. I did. There was one time. It was over a girl, but check this out. This is not part of the story. I didn't shoot nobody. That's all you got to know. I didn't shoot nobody.
No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you?
95 or 1994, and it was Halloween. We were in front of my house on the west side of Modesto, California. It just started getting dark. We decided, me and a couple of my friends, I think it was about 4 or 5 of us, let's go across the street to our homegirl Vicky's house. We had a homeboy named Joe that was her cousin that used to be staying over there sometimes. So we over there, we trying to see what everybody's fitting to get into for Halloween, because back in the day, Halloween used to be popping. And all of a sudden, my homeboy Tom goes, hey, somebody's looking in your aunt's car. Now, one of my tias, right, my Aunt Gloria, had come over for Halloween. I guess she was just stopping by. She parked her car right in front of my parents' house. So these guys, they were Crips. Later on, we found out they go by the name of the Cambodian Crips. Back in the day, they were very large and like, in a way, dominant on that side of town. And these dudes were known for 2 things. 1, they was quick to pull some triggers, and 2, they will jump your ass. Anyway, so at the time, we didn't know that. I just looked over. My homeboy Tom says, hey, Nesto, somebody's looking inside your Thea's car, right? These fools have a flashlight, and they're over here looking through the window, I guess trying to see what open belongings they can see. So the moment we see that, we buck up. Hey, what the hell? What the hell? They see us literally right across the street. They take off, right? They take off to the corner. They're kind of like running, jogging, and we're just like walking fast to them, like, what? Like yelling at them, basically scaring them off. Now, I noticed the further they get, the more brave they get, they start talking some shit. But eventually they end up shutting up, and they go to the corner. I want to say it's about 25, 30 yards from where we are. So it's not too far. We could definitely still see them. And all of a sudden they're just kind of hanging out in their area. Now keep in mind, there's little trick-or-treaters already still there in the neighborhood. So now we're kind of just in front of my parents' house. We're looking at them. We're at my parents' house. We're looking at them. And we're all just like talking about what just happened, what's up. Then all of a sudden, I'm talking about like maybe 5 minutes later, I start to hear rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah, rah. Now, one of those guys is talking crazy mess. This dude is getting so proud. I'm seeing he getting so loud. He getting so loud. He getting so gangster. And I'm like, what the hell is up? So now I'm getting mad. I tell my little brother, go get me my bat.
They used to call me Crazy Joe. Well, now they can call me Batman.
I literally told my little brother, go get me my bat. He runs in the house. I start walking over there. And the reason why I'm walking over there, because let's go back for a second. I'm not the gangster. I'm not the one. Like, I don't really do stuff like this, but for some reason, young, dumb Ernesto was in front of his friends and decided to buck up. Why not? Because they got my back, right? And I was mad.
And you can't punk out, no matter what the devil may bring.
So now I'm walking towards them, and then my brother comes out shortly after. He tosses me the bat. Now I got a bat in my hand. I'm getting big and bad. What's up? What's up? They kind of mouthing out, what's up? What's up? So I'm slowly walking towards them, and then my best friend, Tomas, right, Tom, he hits me in the shoulder. He said, no, back up. He's getting too brave. At the time, I had no idea what that meant. Like, what does he's getting too brave mean? I just thought he's a dumbass. I'm a dumbass, he a dumbass. He think he's big and bad. That's all I'm taking this as. But see, Tom, he's smart. And he's also street smart, to this day. He was thinking, no, just a second ago, they was punks. Just a second ago, they was running away. Now all of a sudden, they're big and bad. Something must be up. He has something. I bet you he has a strap. And literally, as Tom is saying this, these motherfuckers, they done form like Voltron. I'm trying to tell you, it was like 10 of them that just came out the neighborhood. Now it's like more of them than us. There was only like 5 of us to begin with. Now there's like 10 of them. Some of them might have been little like trick-or-treaters. Like, I guess they were already in the neighborhood with some of their friends. Now they done formed an army. So Tom is telling me this at this exact time, back up. Like, fall back because I think they got something. They're too brave, there's no way. It's right after he says that, I can see the guy in front, the one talking to smack, pull out a gat and point it right at us. I froze. I would love to tell you that I had some ninja-like reflexes and I took off with the running. I could hear people behind me take off. I could hear the steps. Anybody that was behind me fell back. I was in the front, right? I was in the front. All I see is a gat come out like this right after. I literally didn't take off running until like the second shot. I mean, tat, I'm frozen. Tat, I'm unfrozen. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm running out the picture. Here's the crazy thing. Once again, there's trick-or-treaters in the neighborhood. So kids is scattering. I'm running back. As soon as I turn around, my house is right here. My little sister at the time, she was like, y'all, she was like 4 years old. She was coming out dressed up to go trick-or-treating. So as I'm running to the house, she's literally making her way to the front yard. I scoop her up and I run back in the house with her. Other people are like ducking behind cars and stuff like that. My parents are freaking the hell out, but they also don't know what's going on because they're still in the house at this time. We noticed was no more gunshots. There was a lot of running. There was some screaming, but there was no more gunshots. Then we look out, back outside, and those guys were gone. So it's almost like tot, 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 tot. They took off running like for their life. That street was cleared. So now we're looking around, making sure everybody's okay. Nobody was hit. Not a trick-or-treater, not a friend, not myself. Nobody was hit, thank God. In disbelief, just talking to each other, like trying to recap everything that happened. Because this never happened like to us. We've seen it. We've heard it. Like, we're no stranger to this. But like I said, my close friends, the ones that I grew up with, they weren't gangsters. And we were the type, like, we don't really go out looking for trouble. If trouble finds us, then we gotta stick up for ourselves. Otherwise, we're just trying to have a good time. Once again, I'm in high school, I'm dumb, I got a chip on my shoulder. I wonder if I could find the shells from the gun. Like the shots fired, surely there must be some shells on the ground, right? So I walk to the corner, sure enough, Nesto finds some shells. I find one of the shells, and you know what I did with it? Did I throw it away? No. Did I give it to the cops? No, nobody called the cops. What did I do? I poked a hole in the damn bullet shell, I put it on a chain, and I wore it as a necklace because I'm a bad, I'm 50 Cent now.
Mommy in the club, bottle full of bub, mama, I got what you need.
I literally, y'all, I thought I was some tough shit. I done survived. I'm gonna wear the shot around my neck. I even said, I'm gonna engrave this. Yeah, I'm gonna engrave it. I don't know what I'm gonna put. Something like, miss me, bitch, better luck next time. Some gangster. I can't remember how long I had it, but I had it in some dumbasses also, because like I said, birds of a feather. Thought it was actually kind of cool. And later on, word comes out that we found out who had the shots. Then also word comes out that that guy was dealt with. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't no hit. We didn't put no hit. We didn't have like power like that in the streets, but we knew people that were affiliated with the Cambodian community and then also with the Cambodian Crips. We had friends. So word came back to us that somehow they found out because people got talking, and then I guess maybe that guy got jumped. Now, I can't verify that. I don't know if it really happened or if the guy that told us was just trying to seem cool, but that was basically where that story ended. Now, fast forward to Texas. Here's the crazy thing. My parents purposely moved us from California. So they had 2 boys first, me and my brother, then they had 2 daughters second. They're like, you know what? Let's go where it's a little slower and we're gonna raise these girls in Texas. Lo and behold, come to find out, we live not too far from a nice little place called Oak Cliff, Texas. Oak Cliff sounds nice, right?
And now to breaking news out of East Oak Cliff.
During a shootout in Pleasant Grove, southeast of Dallas.
Those are probably 2 of the worst places. One of the worst damn places in Dallas, man, and it's been that way for a long time. Now, Oak Cliff, though, is big, So there's some segregation and different types of rebuilt communities. So it's not all bad, you know, but it's known for some crime. In the church I was going to at that time, I just happened, by the way, that's another story, but it happened to be in Oak Cliff. I met a lot of friends. Turns out it was an all black church, right? It was an all African American church. I met a lot of homies. One of these homies ended up like becoming my best friend here in Texas. I guess we went out to eat or something like that. Then we ended up, I think we were riding in my car at the time. I ended up dropping him off at his pad. By the way, his house at the time was not too far from mine, but at this time, I don't know where the hell I really am. I don't know anything about no Oak Cliff or anything like that, right? So I'm in front of his house. This guy comes running down the street all dressed in red. Very weird, because it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm about to leave and it's quiet. It's dark in this street. This guy, he's like light skinned. He comes down the middle of the street like this. Me and my homeboy just stopped talking. And now we're like, look at this tweaker right here. He's literally talking to himself. That's what it looked like. He was talking to the sky or something. He had his hands like this. He was in the center of the street. Now, when he got to us, like he was running, but when he got in front of us, he stopped. And now he's walking like this, talking to the sky. Right after that, and I mean right after that, this car hits that corner filled with dudes. I guess they had been looking for him, and that's probably the reason why he was running. They pull up on the side for him and they let off. Pop, 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 pop. It's a damn drive-by, and we're in the middle of the drive-by. Now we ducking behind some cars. Son of a bitch, it happened again. We not even involved in this altercation. I don't know nothing about the red. Why is he doing this? Y'all shooting at him. We just in it. I go to church. But as we're dodging and ducking, right, we notice, because we're looking through like the car windows and stuff, they're following him. He's running for his life. They're following him, so obviously they want him, and they're still letting off. Bah, 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 and they're going down the street like with him. Soon as they hit that corner, my friend jumps up, his ass runs towards the action. Like he runs towards them. I'm yelling like, what the hell? Why? Like why? And he's like, I gotta see if that guy got hit. So in his mind, he's thinking he's a helper. That guy probably got hit. I wanna go help him. I'm thinking it literally just happened, and it's kind of still happening. Maybe let's take a beat. You know what I'm saying? Maybe let's take a beat before we thrust into 911. You know what I'm saying? Like let's let the smoke kind of clear. Cause I'm thinking, I don't know none of this. What if they're still after him? What if they flip that U and they're coming back? So I'm thinking they could very well come back. He could have a gun. I'm not just gonna run in the middle of it. So I get in my car, because I can't leave my homie just by himself. I get in my car and I just go over there because I figure now I have a little protection, right? So I just drive over there to the homie. So now I'm in front of this house in the corner, and thank God those guys, the shooters, they're gone, right? But the guy that they were chasing, he's hit. And he's hit pretty bad. So he's hit like through the thigh, he's bleeding out of there. He's hit in the arm, he's bleeding out of there. And I think maybe in the shoulder, something like that. He's on the ground, right? The homie's over there. He's like trying to ask him questions, talking about call 911, all this stuff. I'm trying to process what's going on at the same time, calling 911. Shortly after, you got people coming out their houses. That guy, the one that got shot, he lived right there. So we didn't know, but he like lived right there. So we have to go knock on his door because he done told us. Now his people are coming out. It's this whole thing. Ambulance finally shows up. They put him on the stretcher. He's there bleeding. And you know what we do? Me and the homie join hands and we pray over that young man. Like I said, at that time in my life, we was heavy into some church, man. We was dedicated to this Christian lifestyle. And I'm not gonna say just that time, like I still have these values, right? And I still believe in all this. But at that time, man, we was like Bible study, we was youth council. When I came to Texas, y'all, that was like a rebirth for me. Church for me was like a second chance. So anyway, we're there and we're literally praying over that young man. My friend's mom comes out, she's praying with us, they take off. Don't you know, like randomly, 3 weeks later, we see that young man walking to his house with a bag of groceries. I guess he went to the store. We pull up next to him and just talk to him, chopping it up. He didn't even know who we were. He doesn't remember us. So we're literally there just catching up with him. And all I could remember was him saying, thank you. And if he finds, he said, if I find who it is, they gonna get theirs. The third time, Good old downtown Dallas, and sadly enough, somebody did die in this one. So I'm working downtown Dallas, and I'll wrap this up. I'll wrap this one up really quick. I'm working downtown Dallas at an apartment complex. I'm going out for a pizza. I'm also living there, by the way. So I'm going out for my pizza. I just told my wife and the kids, I'll see you later. Daddy's gonna go get a pizza, downtown Dallas. I go get it. Hey, what's up? Everybody at the restaurant's beautiful. I made friends with them. It's a great night, right? I'm walking back across the street, right to my apartment, downtown Dallas. I think we was off of Commerce Street. No, my bad. It was right next to Commerce Street off of Main Street. I'm there at the light holding my pizza, waiting to get the green light to walk. I see some people next to me that also live in the same building. We start some small chitter chatter. They're like, how's your day? Oh, it's going good. How you doing, right? As soon as I say that, I look to the right because I noticed they got quiet. I look to the right. There's a guy with a gun literally right this motherfucker. He's literally pointing the gun right here, and I could see him squinting his eye like he's trying to aim it. Literally, we all kind of, oh, shit. Everybody's speechless. Everybody trying to assess the situation, but we notice there's two other guys, like to the right of us. He's actually pointing it at them, and he's talking shit to them. So apparently, there's some type of altercation, right? And these two guys, I don't know what's going on, but they literally in their car, like they got their doors open, right? And they're like leaning against the car, and they looking at this dude smiling. That's some hitman gangster type shit. They got a gun pointed at them, and I saw them smiling. So anyway, the dude's pointing, I think it was a 9mm. He's pointing it at them like saying, say it again, say it again. So that's my cue. I tell the people, run, get the fuck right, run. So we all start running. I got my pizza. I got slices falling which way. Literally, I'm talking about 3 seconds into the run. Pop, 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 pop. Y'all, it must have been 6, 7, maybe 8 shots. Literally right after that, you could hear the wheels burn. Just people taking off because those guys had a car. These guys had a car. Everybody's scattering. I'm literally with my pizza behind a car, just ducked down like this with my dad. All I wanted was a pizza. I'm looking around, because as I was running, I was like, don't let me get hit. Do not let me get hit. Because you know, them bullets fly everywhere. There's no name on them damn things. I'm looking around, people is ducking. Security done came out the apartment complex, and everybody's just trying to figure out what the hell went on. My dumb ass, I'm curious, right? Put my pizzas down. I peek around that corner. Both cars done hit it. Both cars are gone. You can see shells on the floor. So apparently both sets of guys had guns. I get a call from a detective. I don't even know how he got my information. They said I was on the video camera, and they called the building, and the building gave him my name, because I done told the people I work with what happened, right? It was our building. They interviewed me. I gave them what little information I have. I mean, all I saw were like random guys. I can't really make out nobody. I didn't get a license plate. I just saw guys pointing guns at each other, so that's basically all I could tell them. Then I asked him though, if you don't mind telling me, like, what happened? Did anybody get hit? And he was like, yes, the guy that was pointing the gun, the one that you saw, he passed away. He was murdered. Long story short, y'all, these stories right here are not to prove how tough I am. Obviously, because I don't think anything in these damn stories showed I was tough. A lot of times when we make this content, people get a certain idea of us, or they think that they know us because we present ourselves a certain way on camera. But they really have no idea what we've been through, who we really are, and what obstacles we had to overcome to get in front of this camera in the first place. This stuff right here, I mean, you grow up a certain level of paranoid already when you kind of have like a street background. And like I said, I wasn't that hard criminal. I just saw a lot. We were all outside, back in them days. We was living life. There was no internet. So we saw a lot, we did a lot, and by the grace of God, I never served no hard time. I never fell wholeheartedly into that criminal life or wanted to sell drugs or anything like that. I always had other things. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to be, but I always just felt something greater, like pulling on me to be something greater. Because one thing I learned, whether young in California or old in Texas, somebody needs somebody to relate to. Whether it's jail, divorce, getting shot at, or even at one time when I was literally working downtown Dallas and somebody done jumped off the 50-story building right in front of my office window. But that's another story for another video. Nah, bump that. I ain't gonna tell that one. Anyway, peace.